Around me, I hear 13-year-olds stutter through simple sentences. Education in my country is extremely poor, and no kid really learns that much. The adult literacy rate is only 60% because most adults never get a proper education. This is why I feel the largest problem preventing Ethiopia from becoming a more developed country is a failing education system and the loss of more capable minds to other countries. My name is Abdi Binyam. My name is of Oromo ethnicity, the largest of the three ethnicities in Ethiopia. My mom is also Oromo, but my dad is of the Amharic ethnicity. They both work together in a textile factory where we live in our capital, Addis Ababa. We live in an apartment with plumbing that only rarely works. This means we have to find our own clean water. Our capital is a melting pot for all ethnicities, and most people who live there do not consider themselves especially devoted to their ethnicity. I'm a rare only child. Families on average in our country have 4.3 kids. I go to school with a large class with 60 students. Only 54% of those students will actually go to high school, though. Most kids don't go to school to support their family by getting jobs to earn an income. A favorite thing to do of mine in our capital is go to Mercado, which is the largest outdoor market in Africa. I love my family and my life in the capital. My country has a deep and rich history. My favorite part about our history is that it is our own and barely influenced by Europeans. During the imperial era in Africa, we were able to fight off any British countries that tried to enter through our high mountain country. That was largely due to our rocky mountainous terrain. Over 50% of my country is 1,000 meters above sea level. Our monarchy had many great leaders that helped us fight off European invaders. The most famous would be Haile Selassie I. It is thought in Rastafarian tradition that he was a god in human form back down to earth. Ethiopia has always been a symbol of freedom in Africa. Many countries have adopted our flag colors to show their own independence. I love and deeply appreciate our everlasting independence because it means all of our traditions are our own. My country has lots of natural beauty. Not many people know or fully appreciate our natural and traditional beauty. Every year, my parents would take me to some remote, beautiful place. We would have to live traditionally in a clay hut with a thatched roof. I really love spending this time with my parents. Did you know also 72% of my country is considered savanna? Another extremely unique thing about our country is our food. Our food represents how we value togetherness and family. It is served traditionally on one large platter so everyone had to eat together. Our country is also completely unfiltered natural landmarks, from old churches to fortresses that helped us keep our independence. A little history is woven into every single one. I love being able to fully understand and appreciate our traditions and history. Ethiopia may be great, but it still has a lot of problems, like the fact that 38% of my country still lives in poverty. This is also largely due to the fact that my country has very few lucrative work industries. 60 to 75% of our workforce works in agriculture, which for most people does not make very much money. Another problem facing our country is underdevelopment. This means we don't have everything a functioning country should have. Things like hospitals, roads, airports, and different ways of making money. An even bigger problem is our ethnic violence. For a while, it was thought that we, as a country, had moved past ethnic tensions, but we haven't. There are still a lot of extremists out there who fight our government and try to perform ethnic cleansings. My uncle, an Oromo extremist, fights in a militia trying to separate from Ethiopia and, if not, gain greater autonomy. Our Constitution gave ethnicities land and some autonomy, which even deepened the problem by creating separation between the ethnicities. This is a problem that is not easy to solve. Either different ethnicities need to give up their request, or the government needs to make a compromise. There are no simple solves to any of our problems, but they can and need to be solved. I feel the most pressing and important problem issue to solve is our failing education system and brain drain. Our education system is extremely poor. It doesn't teach kids, including myself, effectively. 90% of 10-year-olds can't read a basic text. This is also the reason the education system does not retain very many students. By the time I am in high school, half my class will attend high school. This means that less people are properly educated, which means less people that could greatly benefit Ethiopia. The next big problem is that educated people are leaving Ethiopia. They go to other countries that they are often drawn to with a big paycheck. My cousin on my dad's side went to America for a college education. He majored in engineering but never came back and decided to work in America. The first way that my country can solve the education problem is by allocating more money for the education system. The education system has limited funds and drastically underperforms with the money it does have. To solve the brain drain problem, they need to make job offers for my country more enticing, not just with money, but with the thought of helping your home country. With the loss of our brilliant minds and failure to create new ones, Ethiopia will still be underdeveloped. This problem still sits under the surface below other problems like hunger that aren't even as prominent in Ethiopia. The problem needs to be solved as quickly as possible. Once it is solved, Ethiopia will be much better. I am sitting in my hot, overcrowded classroom.